You're watching Sports Final.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final on this crazy and in some cases lamentable night of March Madness. Here, we're all about accentuating the positive, however, and nowhere was that more evident today than at Mizzou Arena, where the Marion County Lady Mustangs turned the page quickly on their state semifinals loss to Eminence and sought to finish the basketball campaign right. The meeting today in the third-place game with Jefferson Conception, a team that Marion County played 2 years ago in the semifinals. Jefferson won that game, and Jefferson started off with some good defense until things got going right with Jessica Red on the inside, and then it was full-on attack. RLP, Randy Lee Plunkett, doing some work right there on the fast break. How about some Kaylin Spratt action in this one as well? The kick out from Jessica Red and the put in right there from Miss Kaylin Spratt. Marion County led this game 18-2 after the first quarter of play. Now, Jefferson Conception would make some noise, at least in the second quarter, like they were going to try to get back into this thing. Jessica Red, though, having none of it. A typical double-double in her last official high school game today as she gets the bucket, the Band-Aid, and the three-point play. At the half, Reed Plunkett taking part in some promotion to teach you not to drunk drive in the drunk driving goggles. As you well know, Reed usually doesn't miss dribble that badly, but it's nice to see him acting human for occasion right there. Marion County up 36-18 going into the third. The ball movement continued right here. It's Rochelle Sharp. She had 5 points, 8 rebounds in the day. More Randy Lee Plunkett this time, the give and go. She finished the day with 18 points and 5 steals. And that's when Coach Johnson started subbing in for the seniors. Randy Lee Plunkett walks off for the last time. How about a round of applause for Kim Shuck, who's been just such a valuable contributor to this team as well. Jessica Red's final bucket right here. As a Lady Mustang, she finished the day with 25 points and 10 rebounds. Then she would sub out for the final time. Kind of emotional after watching her for 4 years. Absolutely dominant. Great player right there. We get her for four more, though, up at Truman State. Time runs out on the third-place victory. Hey, it's not the state championship, but it is a trophy yet again, the fourth in as many years for Mike Johnson and the Marion County Lady Mustangs. Not only a great program, but a program and community that has carried itself with a great deal of class and showed it again today by bouncing back so neatly.
Number 10, Destiny Johnson.
I thought the girls did a tremendous job today, bouncing back from having their hearts crushed yesterday and what everyone's hopes were for all year. And I thought that our seniors did a tremendous job of leading us in that game and getting through that last night actually, and getting us in a mode of preparing for today's game.
We didn't quite get there, but going out with a win, it makes it feel better. Makes the ending better.
Shelly did it. She's our captain. Sometimes she doesn't get a lot of respect statistically, but she did a lot of good things for these girls, and she did a terrific job in keeping everybody, getting them prepared.
I guess it started in the locker room after the last game. I just said that it was a miracle we made it down here 4 years in a row, and God has a plan for everyone, and this was His plan for us. So we just had to bounce back because we are Lady Mustangs and we're proud. It's just who we are.
2012 Class 1 Girls Division with a record of 38-1.
As their coach, because I thought about this thing, had we lost, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, it would have felt better to win, but these girls have been winners their whole career. They have done nothing but give everything and commit a lot of time. I'm glad that these guys went out with a win, because they have done nothing but create such a great situation for our community and our school. Give us something to be very proud of where we're from.
I hope it's a good memory for everybody. I don't know, it feels good. My brother told me last night, because he had the heartbreak obviously last week, and asked him when it stopped hurting, and he said, just think 5 years from now nobody's gonna remember what place you got. It's just that you made it down here all 4 years.
Randy Lee saying it in her own special way. We've got softball now for you as the page turns from basketball to the diamond. Payson Seymour opening with a win tonight. Cheyenne Bowman with 14 strikeouts. And the Quincy Notre Dame girls victorious over Western 10-0 was your final there. Baseball today. Clarence Cannon Conference Tournament begins with South Shelby beating Highland 9-5. It was Palmyra getting a great pitching effort out of Mr. Funkenbush and Mr. Powell combined to beat Mark Twain 3-2. Also, Monroe City felled by Macon 7-6. Macon will host the second round of the tournament next weekend, and Hannibal jumps out to open its season with a nice win over Western 17-0. In Illinois, Triopia, look out for Rich Thompson's team. They're going to be sneaky good. They beat Griggsville 11-4 today. More for you. We take you up to Phil Bradley Field where the Macomb Bombers open their season. Tough draw for them right out of the gate against the Jacksonville Crimsons after a leadoff walk to Tanner Gillis. Look at Blake Long flirting, I should say, with a home run right there. Just misses. He would settle for the long double and the RBI to make it 1-0 at that point. Then your next batter, Mr. Woodcock. Dustin Woodcock stepping up and doing work to right center field, and this one going into the gap to drive home another run. Made it 2-0 at that point. Nick Hiley would settle down in that first frame, get out of the jam just a little bit with some great pitching. But the story of this day would be all about the Crimsons. Their offense was really good. Their defense, none too shabby either, as you will see Rudy Pate make a sensational 7-worthy play at third base coming up right here. To cap off our highlights as the Crimsons open their season on the road in tough climate with a win today over Macomb. 12-3 was your final. Some college scores to pass along today. Western Illinois loses to the Billikens 6-2 in baseball. Better news at home for the Leathernecks softball team, which sweeps South Dakota State 9-3 in the first game and 7-2 in the second. HLG with a split today down in Fulton, beating William Woods in the first game 5-3, losing the second one 5-1. Also, Culver Stockton today with 2 out of 3 at the Fillmore Invitational, winning 6-3 over Grandview, losing one by the final count of 11-3, and then bouncing back to win the last one 5-2.